Recent national polls spelling real trouble for the Trump campaign. The current Real Clear Politics average has him trailing Hillary Clinton by about 6 points, 44 to 38. But is Trump actually doing better in places where it might matter in November, like the swing states? And how does his performance compare to Mitt Romney's back in 2012 at this same moment? Here with us now is Lisa Boothe. She's president of High Noon Strategies. She's got the numbers. Great to see you, Lisa.
Hi, Tucker. How are you?
I'm great. So you live in D.C., and the conventional wisdom there is it's over for Trump. You're seeing Paul Ryan, in effect, campaigning for Hillary Clinton, Republicans abandoning Trump because they don't think he can win. You say the real numbers, though, are a little different. Tell us what you mean.
Well, they're a little bit different. And look, Tucker, you know this. Everything in Washington, D.C., and particularly with the mainstream media, always gets over-sensationalized. And so that's what we're seeing right now. And if you really look at the numbers, especially in key states like Virginia, Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Florida, Trump actually looks pretty much like Mitt Romney did. Now, Mitt Romney lost, so Donald Trump's going to need to do a little bit better than that, especially heading into November. But if you look at the numbers for where Mitt Romney was back in 2012 to where Donald Trump is in 2016, they're pretty darn similar. So, you know, let's get into a little bit. So if you want to put up Pennsylvania, we can get into Pennsylvania. So you look at the Pennsylvania race. And in 2012, Obama was up 8, and right now Donald Trump is at 4. So, you know, they're pretty close, not too far away. Donald Trump's actually doing better than Mitt Romney was in 2012. So I think that's important to know. And he's also outside of the margin of error there. So now if we head into, you've got Pennsylvania there. So now if we head into Ohio, Obama was up 1.8%, and Donald Trump is, and Hillary Clinton's up by 1.4%. So now both of those are within the margin of error, which is important to know. Yeah, because if you have a margin of error poll, you're essentially, it's essentially a tied election.
And so Florida is the state that I think everybody agrees probably have to win if you're the Republican. How does it compare?
Yeah, you got to win Florida, and President Obama was up by 3% in 2012, and if you look at now in 2016, Hillary Clinton's up by 4%. Now, important to note, one of those polls had Hillary Clinton up pretty significantly. Without that, it'd probably look closer like 3%.
Right.
Again, 3% is within the margin of error, so it's a pretty close election in Florida. So if you really look at these key, you know, battleground state polls, Donald Trump is not doing as bad as the mainstream media would like people to believe. Well,
and the Republican leadership, again, I mean, it's not just the liberals in the press, and they're all liberal, of course. It's also Republicans in D.C. It's an article of faith he can't win. Let's go to the Commonwealth of Virginia. 2012, it was Obama 48, Romney 45. Now, in the matchup in 2016, it's Hillary 43, Trump 39. So about the same. Interesting.
Right. Exactly. And yeah, as you mentioned, look, Donald Trump came from the outsider. He's an outsider candidate. And I think that's leading to, you know, a lot of this conflict. And particularly, we know that the media, particularly the mainstream media, really likes to over-sensationalize that. They love conflict. They love conflict in the Republican Party. So, yes, so it's important to look at the numbers and see where Romney was then and where Donald Trump is now in comparison, which is pretty close.
Well, the press hates Trump. I mean, they think he's a fascist, and they think it's their moral responsibility to crush him. We'll see if they can.
Well, Lisa, just look at the editor's note. Yes, great to see you too, Tucker.
Hit me with the editor's note. 2 seconds.
Well, I was going to say, just look at Huffington Post and the editor's note that they put in every single article about Donald Trump to get an idea of where they are in this.
It's unbelievable. Lisa Boothe, thanks a lot.